Initially, when a parent brings their child in for an assessment, we do the assessment, we determine what the child's speech and language skills are, and right at that assessment, we discuss that with the parents and we offer them suggestions of how they might be able to help, things they might be able to do to move their child's speech and language forward.
When Quinn first came in contact with the speech program here, he was assessed by a speech path, and at that point we were told that he had some delays and something called apraxia. At that point, we started seeing a speech path weekly for about an hour.
While I'm conducting the initial assessment, parents are observing and participating in all of those aspects. And then when the assessment session is finished, I will spend time talking to the family about my findings, the things that I observed, find out from the parent, who is the expert after all, whether the things that I observed were typical for the child. And when they leave, it's usually with some very specific strategies that they can implement right away within their daily interactions with their children that will encourage the words or sounds or signs that we want to encourage for that child.
When we first started with Type Talk, they make it very clear that it's about the parent as well. It's not about them taking your child and working some miracle where your child will suddenly turn all these corners in their life and suddenly be speaking the way they're supposed to be and age appropriate. They made it clear that it's not just them. They get a half an hour of time to make a difference with your child, but it's really up to the parent to take that homework they give you every week home and practice with your child every week. You have to make it fun. You have to make it a fun practice routine. So, because as a parent, they know when you're trying to get them to do something they don't want to do.
We will check back with the parents to see how those suggestions are working and just constantly problem solve between the therapist and the parent about how to help, how to keep moving forward, and how to work on the child's speech and language goals.
Knowing that their parent is going to be utilizing strategies on a daily basis, hour by hour, minute by minute. When parents demonstrate that type of engagement, we usually anticipate a really positive outcome for the child.
Parents are encouraged to be actively involved in intervention. They're encouraged to sit in and watch the interventions, to ask questions, to take an active role in using strategies. It's really important that they understand what we're doing.
We can provide a variety of services. We can provide some parent training to help parents understand how to help their child with speech and language. We can provide individual therapy. We can provide group therapy. We can consult to other people in the child's life, for example, daycare providers, to help them help develop the child's speech and language. Really, we can tailor what we do exactly to the child's needs.
Having between Christine, the speech therapist, and the daycare, he only went 2 or 3 times a week, but it was like just a transformation. Like, he couldn't talk at all the year before he started school at all, and then when he started school, he was doing sentences, and it was just like unreal.
And up till now, like, we saw a sort of an explosion about 6 months ago, and I don't even know how many words he speaks now. And to make it even better, and this is just recent, he was visiting his grandparents and he had a phone conversation with us. He told me he was able to tell me what he was doing, what he had done with grandma that day. Yeah. Like, that's awesome. And that's because we got help right from the get-go, and we've continued to work on it.